Saturday sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Minneapolis. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. First carry here for Kyron Williams. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Open man downfield. It's Addison. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
We'll get this complete. It's Addison again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Opening carry of the game for Aaron Jones. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? Here's a test on 3rd down. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
On 1st down, right back to Williams. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
They'll go play action here with McCarthy. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
They try and run for the first down with Jones. Tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. They'll run it here with Jones. And he's going the wrong way, dropped back at the 7.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. Now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll look to throw for it with McCarthy. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. A touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's going to be incomplete. And they'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. Here now, 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last. Purdy on 1st down. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
This is caught at the 2. To the goal line and in. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, And they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. And they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7, they kick it off. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That's hard. And he's going to take this one all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can. And when you connect, it is a thing of beauty. And in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. They'll go play action with Purdy. He'll air this one out for Watkins. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. You let this go. Deep for Jefferson. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points. You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happened so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. Sometimes
it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's One of those examples, there's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up fourth down.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll go. Here's McCarthy. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year. Reichard good with the extra point. The Vikings have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Throwing is Purdy. A short one there. Caught by Kittle. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Off the play fake, Purdy. This throw left side, caught by Kittle.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
3rd and 5. Back to the air again is Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
That's incomplete. Daring ball on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Again in the air for Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Purdy again. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by the former Wolverine, the rookie from Michigan.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
And not much room to speak of there. He'll get this one only to about the 3. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. Second down and 8. The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
The score, Vikings 28, 49ers 16.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll get rid of it and complete it.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for two reasons. One, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. Two, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. That's taken in. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the third quarter. They convert on fourth down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
First down throw there is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That's complete to Kittle, the tight end. They're trying to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. A tough spot here. Third and long. Watkins motioning over. Third down. Purdy. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. And he will go all the way. Malik Neighbors. Touch. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
They're on the 30-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. On the handoff, Jones. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Julian Blackman comes up from the safety spot to bring him down. Here comes third and 6. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Mike, it just seems like certain games each week just align for matchups like we're seeing today. Just two quarterbacks trading blow for blow, putting on a show for their respective teams. Let's see if he can finish this drive off with another touchdown following that big play.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Again, it's Jones. Woo. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half. but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
And a good run there to get them 5 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll go again with Williams. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
That's the end of the
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, here's McCarthy. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A good push from the defense. They get him down back at his own 10.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Now Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down. The defense nowhere to be found. A 4th down gain of 20. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A couple of first downs to start this drive. They're 1st and 10, up at the 42. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. The ball comes out. The Vikings have got it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
Open man downfield, it's Addison. And pick up, good for 29 yards. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. A give, and here comes Williams. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
On second down, here's McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above. Frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He's got his man, Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead, so really nice job.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Kyron Williams. Touchdown, Vikings. Riker now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Here's Purdy. That is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Blake Cashman. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. He is having a performance to remember. There's 5 touchdowns for him in this one game.
49ers 23.
Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They run once more with McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey inside the 20. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Moody now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the 49ers are able to cut into the deficit. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line. So a win here for the Vikings. And with an open date on the schedule next week, they will savor this one for a while. Rest up and ready to get back at it in 2 weeks' time. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings, as we say so long from Minneapolis.